Good morning, everybody. Uh, in under the unit of biomolecules, we have protein as one of the subunit, and as we all know, proteins are the building blocks of the proteins are the building blocks of in the body of an living organism, because their bonding proteins will take a numerous different forms and shapes. So proteins have what is called a primary, secondary and tertiary and quaternary structures, because normal protein or it is polypeptide chain will be the primary structure of a protein, and that primary structure may be sometimes functional or it may has to undergo some conformational changes to form the secondary, tertiary and the quaternary structures. The secondary structure of the amino acid contain two major components, that is alpha and beta helix and beta strands. The alpha helix consists of various hydrogen bonds to the nitrogen and oxygen, and that will undergo further conformational changes to form the to make the functional proteins. So the formation of protein, that is through translation, is a polypeptide chain formation, but it is not the functional part of the protein. So in some conditions or some of the hormones, the polypeptide may be the directly the functional part, as in case of glucagon. It is a single chain of polypeptide which will be the functional unit, but in all the proteins that may not be applied, so they undergo conformational changes. It will form the secondary protein, tertiary and the quaternary structure will form and undergo conformational changes to become a functional protein. So the structure of proteins can be understood with the help of this diagram. So a primary structure will be a chain of polypeptides, a long chain of polypeptides, and this will contain it will convert it to the secondary structure as shown in the diagram, that is alpha and beta helix, and further conformational changes will take place to form the tertiary structure and the quaternary structure. The quaternary structure is the final functional form of the protein. So there are 20,000 different proteins in the body, and these proteins have so much functional diversity based on the 20 building blocks, because the total number of amino acids, the building blocks, they are only 20 in number, but the functional proteins are 20,000 and more than that. So the answer lies in the complexity of the primary, secondary and the tertiary and quaternary structure. This can be understood with the help of this diagram. So there are four levels of protein structure as shown in the diagram. Primary level consists of the amino acid sequence of the proteins, and even at this level there is substantial biochemical complexity, including acidity, size, hydrophobicity and charge conferred by the different amino acids. Regarding acidity, there are three types of amino acids: neutral, acidic and basic. So neutral, the example for the neutral amino acids is alanine, acidic is aspartic acid and basic is arginine. So the secondary structure consists of a small scale 3D structure caused by the interaction between the amide groups. The classes are alpha helices and the beta sheets. The alpha helices are right-handed coiled structures. Variable groups are facing outward, and a structure is held together by hydrogen bonds between nitrogen and hydrogen group of the amino acids, and the C double bond O group of the fourth amino acid. For example, myoglobin is a protein with multiple alpha helices, beta sheets are pleated a structure formed by the interaction between nitrogen and hydrogen and C double bond O group of the neighboring string of amino acids. So, a fibrillon, a major component of skin, is almost entirely beta sheets. So, the tertiary structures are the three-dimensional structures or the three-dimensional conformation of the protein. It is caused by numerous interaction between inside the chain, alpha helices, beta sheets, and although these computational methods are constantly improving, that is X-ray crystallography is still most reliable method for the discovering of protein shape. So the structure of protein with accuracy can be detected with the help of crystallography technique, which is very much reliable till date. And apart from that, the quaternary structures are arrangement of several protein subunits in a complex structure which is functional unit. Under the normal conditions, that is in the unfolded condition, sometimes the proteins may not be functional. So the folded form the secondary structure, and secondary structure is forming the bonds between the nitrogen and hydrogen along with the C double bond O groups lying outside the complex. So the secondary structure will undergo further complexity and conformational change, which will result in the formation of tertiary structure, and tertiary structure will further fold to give quaternary structures. So the quaternary structures are the arrangement of several protein subunits in a complex. Example of complexes with the quaternary structure include antibodies and hemoglobin. Besides that, many of the structures of amino acids consist of two major components, that is quaternary structure, which will help the formation of enzyme or enzymatic function in the biological pathways. These quaternary structure will form the functional enzyme in which the active site will be available for the joining of the substrate molecule. So these proteins are chemically they are building blocks, but in the most of the biological reactions in which the enzymes will catabolize the reaction, because as we all know, the enzymes are the functional that is a biocatalyst which help in the biological pathway. So basically, though they are chemically they are proteins. So the term all enzymes are proteins is true, but the reverse, all proteins are not enzymes. But the enzyme, functional enzyme will be the almost the quaternary function of the structure of the protein, and that helps in the joining of a substrate molecule to the active site. So it will be a three-dimensional structure, and numerous interactions between side chains and alpha helices and the beta sheets. Although the computational methods may be improving, but the crystallography will be of more use as compared to the computational methods, because the accuracy of the structure is given by crystallography structure.